Hello and welcome once again to Binary News, your daily dose of focused gaming news with myself, Amata. Today is the 30th of June and I have some rather interesting news regarding Sniper Elite 3. As you guys may have heard, that Rebellion, who are of course the developer behind the title, have pulled the plug on some keys which are purchased through third-party retailers, and well, the result is nothing less than an absolute uproar on the internet. Basically, over the weekend, many Sniper Elite players suddenly found their game no longer functioned on Steam, and actually affected those who had purchased the Steam key through third-party sites, and of which there are a few. According to Rebellion, who posted in a Steam community post, an unspecified number of Sniper Elite 3 keys, were quote-unquote stolen pre-launch and sold onto third-party vendors, and that is these have since been revoked. Rebellion then advised players to seek a refund or alternate key through a vendor from which they purchased their copy of the game, and also offered their Target Hitler pre-order DLC free to all affected customers. And that sounds pretty straightforward, but as I suggested at the beginning of this video, the PC gaming community has not responded well at all, and people have accused Rebellion of attempting to price fix by cancelling keys which were sold at a lower price than Steam or traditional retail. And Rebellion wrote again in an attempt to kind of calm people down a little bit, quote, "To clarify, one of our PC retail distributors informed us that some of their allotted Steam keys were stolen. We believe these keys were then resold to multiple companies with no payments going to either Valve or the retail distributor. Steam were immediately informed and have now revoked that set of keys. As a developer, Rebellion are happy for you to purchase the game any way you see fit and support price competition in the PC market. We have in no way targeted any specific vendors, who also may have also thought these keys were legitimate, just this one set of keys." Now, many vendors immediately gave people refunds or replacements without comments. However, quite a few vendors have actually spoken out rather strongly against Rebellion. Now, even though they were completely unaffected by the key revocation, CJ's CD Keys posted a blog which seems to suggest that the entity responsible for selling the affected keys to vendors was exercising a legal right, and that Rebellion is actually stretching the truth by the use of the word stolen. And their blog reads as such. Quote, "While the term unauthorized reseller bounces around the internet, the truth is that there is no such thing. Under the first sale doctrine, the copyright ownership of a licensed key ends after the first sale, i.e. from publisher to distributor. This means that all legal entities, even members of the public, have a legal right to resell their licensed keys as they see fit. The developer has absolutely no legal right to stop keys being resold. The only requirement in law for reselling virtual software or digital goods is that the original copy of the virtual item must be destroyed once copied over to someone. Of course, with Steam's DRM system, the key can only be used once, so deleting access to the original copy is not an issue." Now, as well as all this, there was a post on Steam itself from someone who was claiming to be a CEO of a parent company to two of the vendors who seem to be making a similar allegation, calling Rebellion's act the, quote, "most underhanded tactic they have ever seen from a publisher." And their full post reads as such, quote, "This is a free internet where people have the choice to do what they'd like with something they just purchased. What Rebellion is doing here is against the Fair Trade Act 1973 and will be dealt with to the full extent possible in terms of claiming any losses and damages from Rebellion. All of our suppliers are officially licensed distributors, yet Rebellion has the audacity to claim we are all fraudulent buyers and that everyone can only buy it from Steam for it to be legitimate. This is a complete fabrication and has no legal standing whatsoever. Every person or consumer has the right to purchase Rebellion's game wherever they see fit if that company is buying Rebellion's game legitimately, and Rebellion cannot punish us or any other seller for selling Rebellion's game if this is the case." Now, according as well to some comments on Steam from people affected and so on, over 50 vendors have been affected by the revocation, including some who are now carrying physical stock bearing illegitimate keys. Now, obviously, these claims are not verified, but anyone can basically say that they're affected, not actually be affected, but that is what people are saying, of course. Apart from Rebellion's comments, that was nothing official, that was just people's opinion and the claims that they're making. So I don't really know what to think here, guys. My knowledge of copyright law, especially what's probably going to end up being US copyright law, is not amazing, but it does seem to me that if a reseller like CJ CD Keys, even though they weren't affected, I'm just using them as an example, buys a load of keys from a publisher or distributor, you know, so they get their money and then Rebellion get their money and blah blah blah, and then they resell them again to you or me, I don't really see the problem. If they stole those keys, if a legitimate site, obviously CJ's isn't going to do that, it's actually a legit site, fair people I know have used it and it's fine. But let's just say you have another site, X, you know, X website, doesn't matter what it is, and they have somehow got on their hands on stolen keys, perhaps a load of physical copies fell off the back of a lorry or something, but whatever, they've got these illegal keys and they've sold them and no money is going to anyone except the person who stole the keys. Now that is obviously illegal. That, you know, if that happened, Rebellion were like, oh shit, we need to do something, then that's fair enough. But it does seem a little bit dodgy that what seems to me a legal practice of buying keys, as in the keys were paid for to a publisher or distributor or whatever, and then resold, then I don't really see the issue, and it just seems like a bit of a mess, and Rebellion's use of the word stolen has sparked a huge uproar. I'm not saying the uproar is wrong, I'm just saying that it exists, it's a thing that's happening, and oh dear, I honestly don't know what to think. It seems more like Rebellion kind of owe people an apology, to be honest. I don't really see the problem with what sites like CJ CD Keys do, because while it is perfectly legal, they would have been shut down a long time ago if they weren't. Obviously the people that do sell illegal copies or whatever, stolen copies, you know, they're the ones you should be punishing, not legitimate resellers who have actually paid money for these keys to somebody, like a publisher or distributor, like I keep saying. So everyone gets their money and everyone should be happy. But I don't know if they did it for price locking or what. Their real motivations are not known to me. I'm just kind of like, this thing is a mess. Honestly, don't know what to think. I mean, saying you can buy from wherever you like, and then saying, oh, you know, you should really only buy it from Steam, kind of contradicts yourself. But I'm going to reserve judgment, guys. This is such a complex topic in terms of legalities and everything else that I don't really want to make a judgment. I'm kind of leaning towards Rebellion done messed up a little bit, but I'm not entirely sure. Do let me know your thoughts, though, in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.